A legal flashback in Hanley Ramirez. You remember mid-May when the Marlins are playing the Diamondbacks and this blooper to left? Ramirez unable to glove it, and then he kicked it, and then, well, then manager Freddie Gonzalez's opinion, he loafed. Team put him on double secret probation. Back to Thursday, Carlos Ruiz, fly ball to left. Now remember, Ramirez is your shortstop. Look where he is as that ball is off the wall. There he is right there. Ruiz is trying to stretch it into 3, and he is out. That has got to be a TPN, top play nominee, if you're new to the program. Ramirez near the warning track, and then the arm. And then Wes Helms, the block at third to get the out. Do the hustle. Top 9, Phillies down 4-3. Jason Worth up, 2 on, nobody out, facing Leo Nunez. Worth to single up the middle. Game tied at 4. They get 2 in the inning, the Phillies. But you can argue they should have gotten more. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Dominic Brown, grounder to first. Raul Ibanez, he was one of the runners on the corners. Now he's in a pickle. Caught in the rundown, he's out. That's 1 down. Next at bat, Worth, for what it's worth. Awful. Picked off second base by Nunez. Same at bat, Brown. Caught stealing. That ends the inning. The Phillies run themselves out of the frame. Bottom 9, Gabby Sanchez up. Winning run on second. And the winning run will score. Grounder down the line. Ball game over, but third base umpire Bob Davidson calls it foul. Edwin Rodriguez not the only one to argue.
You're gonna find a different story when you see these looks. It's fair. It goes over the bag.
Oh, my goodness!
That's a fair ball.
Oh, that's a terrible
Davidson,
call.
you missed the call.
Oh, my gosh! How do you miss that call?
You know, they're doing their best out there, but that was the worst call I ever seen in my 30 years of professional baseball. That was bad.
What matters now is where the ball crosses third base. Bounces fair before the base. You can see that. Now, Davidson felt the ball crossed over the base in foul territory, and that's where he applied the rule in his mind accurately. Next, it lands fair, and the Marlins think they've won the ball game. They haven't. Top 10, Ruiz up with nobody on, and nobody out, and nobody else coming up. Well, the Marlins would in the bottom of the 10th, but not get it done. Phillies win 5-4 is your final. Now, here's what Bob Davidson, he said he watched replays, and this is what he said. I was right on top of it, and it was wide of the bag. What the ball did when it went past me is irrelevant. I understand that's the winning run, but in my opinion, it was foul.
6 wins against the Braves. That's most wins for him against any opponent. Bottom first, Giants up 1-0. Lincecum in a jam. 2 on, nobody out. It's Chipper Jones, strikeout swinging. Brian McCann down swinging. And then Eric Hinske down swinging. So Lincecum recovers and no runs scored. Bottom second, 1 on, Alex Gonzalez. It's not coming back. 2-run shot off Lincecum. Gonzalez's 19th home run of the year. Just a second in the National League. Braves tied at 2. We go to the 6th now. Eric Hinske, 0 for 17 hitless streak. On his 33rd birthday. Happy birthday. He gave himself a present off Lincecum. Hinske's 9th home run of the year. Braves up 3-2. Lincecum said except for 2 pitches, I would have been okay. That was the pitch to Gonzalez and the pitch to Hinske. Top 9, Billy Wagner snags the comeback from Edgar Renteria. Robs a base hit, so now there's 2 away. Later in the inning, 1 on. Freddie Sanchez got all of that one, but it was crooked. Close one. Later in the at-bat, Wagner gets Sanchez swinging. 26 save and 31 chances for Wagner, and the Braves win at 3-2. Jair Jurgens, 6 innings, 7 hits, 2 runs. Tigers below 500 for the first time this season. Top first, no score, Juan Pierre up. Base hit. Next batter is Omar Vizquel, and Pierre, as he's known to do, steals second base. That's 500 stolen bases for him. He leads active players, and by a large margin. Carl Crawford has 400, and he's next on the list. Now, before the game, Isaac Guillen said the Sox needed more from Mark Kotsay and Andrew Jones. Kotsay delivered. Top of the 9th, 2-run shot of Robbie Weinhardt. Kotsay 7th of the season. White Sox up 4-1. Bottom 9, 2 on, 2 out. Bobby Jensen to close it down, or so he thinks. Ryan Rayburn said Jenks made a bad pitch, and I was able to capitalize. Third home run of the season. He ties it at 4, and they went to extra innings. Top of the 11th, still tied 2 on for Kotsay. And he's making his manager look like a soothsayer. Brent Lillibridge and Andrew Jones will score. And the White Sox up 6-4. Bottom 11 now, same score. 2 on. Here comes Rayburn again, but not this time. White Sox win at 6-4. Kotsay's been struggling, but he's 3 for 5.
Career over.
Really?
Game on.
Really?
Game looked over as well.
Really?
Rays down 6-0. We're not curing anything serious here. B.J. Upton went 0 for 5 Wednesday. Takes Kevin Slowey deep to center. 2 for 4 Thursday is 10th, but still it's 6-1. Still in the 8th. Full count for Evan Longoria. Slowey struck out 9, but pitch number 114 will be his last. Bases loaded. Ron Gardenhire pulls his starter, pulls in Jesse Crane, who's hopped up on Jolly Ranchers. He walks Ibar, 6-2. Crane brings in Ron Mayhay, and Skip wishes he could have a do-over because pinch hitter Jason Bartlett, first career grand slam. This game is tied at 6. Comes off Mayhay, and now it's Mayhem at the Trop. All right, top 9, still tied. 1 out, runners on the corners. Delman Young, grounder to short. Rays try to turn the double play. Young, speedy, safe at first, so the inning is alive. Next batter, Jason Kubel, 8 miles high. Actually, it's 190 feet, and it's going to hit the catwalk, hence the silly dance. Changes directions, drops into the infield. Jason Repko scores. Now, by rule, this ball is live. Had the Rays caught it, Kubel would have been out. Inning over. They didn't. Run scores. Kubel's reaction afterwards, I'll take it. Who wouldn't? Rays can't believe it. Twins take a 7-6 lead. Bottom 9, Rays down 2. Carl Crawford's a tying run. Alexi Casilla. Whoa! Spinning and grinning. Twins win it. A memorable one. 8-6. Joe Madden. Home cooked.
Bottom 7, Orioles up 2-0. Runner on first for Brian Roberts. That'll bring in a run. Torrey Hunter playing right. And, well, bobbles the throw. I mean, you can do that in center field. It's not the position there. Roberts reaches third on the error. Orioles up 3-0. Jason Birkin on the mound now. Top 8, 2 on for Hunter. And, well, he'll get that run back and 2 more. His 17th of the season, and he ties the game at 4. Bottom 9, still tied. Matt Wieters up for the Orioles. They need to get something started here. That'll help. Wieters with a leadoff double. Later in the inning, Wieters is now on third. Cesar Torres has got that look in his eye. There it goes up the middle. And it is time to bounce at Camden Yards. Orioles get their first series sweep of the Angels since 2003. Buck still unbeaten.
Really a cool story in Pittsburgh Thursday night involving that young man, James McDonald. He's making his Pirates debut. Came over from the Dodgers in the Dotel trade. Made his major league debut against the Pirates 2 years ago, and Pittsburgh has wanted him ever since. Starts off the game with 4 straight Ks. Bottom 2, no score. Garrett Jones, long stroking off Jeff Francis, his 15th home run, and the Pirates up 1-0. Now later in the frame, same score, runner on first. Ronnie Cedeno up. And 3 Rockies are there to make the play, and none of them do. Communication breakdown. Next pitch, nobody's making that play. Cedeno, 2-run homer, his 6th. Pirates up 3-0. What about McDonald? In a jam, 2 on, 2 out, top 3. Gets Clint Barmas there. He finishes with a career-high 8 strikeouts through 6 innings, and the Pirates win 5-1. Steve Berthiaume is in Arizona. Wait, that's not done. Ryan Zimmerman bats before done. And look what he did. Zimmerman goes yard. Dunn, by the way, went 1 for 4 on Thursday. He had the 2 homers Wednesday. Zimmerman's 20th by and by, 4-2. Diamondbacks lead the majors in strikeouts with 999. Do we have 1,000? Bobby Crosby, yes we do. Colin Ballister gets him there. Next batter, Stephen Drew, 1,001. 2 batters later, bases loaded, 2 outs. Well, this isn't a fair fight because this is the opposing pitcher, but he must sit. Ball gets away from the catcher. Run scores. Still, 1,002 strikeouts for the Diamondbacks, but they do win, 8-4.
if you can get it.
Let's roll for freedom. Let's roll for truth. Let's roll Thursday's top plays. Bubba Watson debut at Firestone. Man, you know, he won the Travelers in June. Remember, he broke down. What a story he's been, and what a story he was on Thursday. Shoots a 64. He's your leader after one.
Number 9, Giants and Braves. Edgar Renteria up the middle, just like that. Billy Wagner's got it. You know, catches like that, they're sometimes self-preservation for the pitcher.
Mark at 8, dude. White Sox, Tigers, Brennan Bosch, Santa Monica. Fly ball to left. Juan Pierre. Oh, Stan, you'd say it was bobble the ball day, but it had a happy ending.
Yeah, and he stole his 500th base in that game.
Absolutely. We got more from this game later.
All right, number 7.
Concentration, not just a board game.
MLS action, Columbus and Philadelphia. Off the set piece, Guillermo Barros Chalato with the pass. Steve Lenhart heads it in. Lenhart using his head many times.
At 6, it's Jason Kubel hitting one high, but not the high one we showed you earlier. That one, not too high. Evan Longoria. He grabs it. More from this game later.
Hawk Harrelson was a little subdued on this one, but it was a great play by Alexei Ramirez. Alexei! The diving stop, and he's able to turn the 6-4-3 double play. And the White Sox win 6-4.
Told you we'd revisit Twins-Rays. We do at 4. Carl Crawford, Alexi Casilla. He made some nice plays on Crawford in this game. That's one of them. Full extension in the Twins' weird win.
All right, so now back to that Columbia-Philadelphia soccer game. We showed you Steve Lenhart with one header for a goal. Probably had a headache after the game, but he was celebrating. Columbus wins 2-1 on his 2 headers.
Dude's got the ibuprofen in her office. At 2, Phillies Marlins. Hanley Ramirez, your shortstop. Remember, this is the same cat who was benched and didn't play for a few games after not hustling, in the opinion of the Marlins organization, all the way out to left and makes the throw. Wes Helms the block, the out. That's the top play.
All right, now I already saw this on the internet. This is unbelievable. For Wednesday's Japanese baseball action, Masato Akamatsu. Give me that. Look at that catch. He's up on the wall, tight-roping, makes the grab, and holds on. Austin sent Clay Buchholz to the mound, try to get the first one at Yankee Stadium against Javier Vasquez. 2-7 in 10 career starts against Boston. David Ortiz jumping on him early with 2 outs in the top of the first. Ortiz not ready for the inning to end. That's number 24 for him. Solo shot of Red Sox up 1-0. Bottom first, Derek Jeter leading off against Buchholz. Jeter with a base hit, ties Babe Ruth for 39th on the all-time hits list with 2,873. Later in the inning, Mark Teixeira at bat. And Teixeira sending one out. His 24th, 4th straight game that the Yankees have had a first inning 2-run home run. That's the baseball equivalent of a good breakfast. And the Yankees up 2-1 after the latest one. All right, now, here's a critical play in the game. Mike Lowell up for Boston. Popped it up. Should be a routine play for Francisco Cervelli. Fail. He said his glove moved. Javier Vasquez said he should have called it, but Cervelli said the pitcher should never catch a pop-up. So, Boston, with some things happening now, they got the bases loaded for Marco Scutaro, 2 outs. That'll score 2. The Red Sox up 4-2. They wind up with 3 unearned runs. We go to the 6th. Boston up 4-3. Vasquez facing Ryan Kalish with 1 on and 1 out. Special moment for Kalish. His first career home run. Red Sox up 6-3. Kalish said he was wondering, is this real? He said he felt unreal for a while. The real numbers for Vasquez, 5 1/3, 6 runs, 3 earned, 6 hits, 4 walks. Yankees bullpen catcher Roman Rodriguez retrieves the ball, and they get it to Kalish. See? It's not all hatred between the Yankees and Red Sox. Bottom 7, still 6-3 Boston. Buchholz faces Teixeira with 2 outs, and he got him. Buchholz, 7 1/3, 9 hits, 3 runs, and 4 strikeouts.
He's on the DL, foot injury. 1-0 Rays. Brett Cecil facing Matt Joyce, swinger. B.J. Upton, swinger. Evan Longoria struggles continue. He's a looker. 9 Ks. Cecil goes 7 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned. He came into this game 2-0 against the Rays this season. How about Matt Garza?
How about him?
Jose Molina there. Lines out to Sean Rodriguez. Rodriguez's throw gets away. Said right when it left his hand, he knew he had no play. Edwin Encarnacion comes to score. This game tied at 1. 2 errors by the normally sure-handed Rays hurt him. Bottom 7, Garza, Lyle, Overbay, 2 on, 2 out. Jose Bautista scores. He reached on a Garza throwing error. Jays take a 2-1 lead. Gabe Kapler gets Adam Lind at the plate. That's a heck of a throw. Garza goes the distance. Both runs unearned. Kevin Gregg, top 9. 2 outs, man on. Corvallis, Oregon gets it done. Jason Bartlett done. Did.
Nationals taking on the Dodgers. LA plays its next 10 games against the NL East. You saw the numbers for Adam Dunn against Clayton Kershaw, and they just got worse for Kershaw. 3-run shot for Dunn.
Go to Dodger Stadium, get your money's worth watching Dunn.
His 29th of the year. Now, Kershaw has not allowed more than 1 home run in his previous 48 starts. Did I say that? That's Dunn again. Another 3-run home run, his 30th. Nationals up 6-0. Bottom 4, Andre Ethier. This off John Lannon, 2-run shot. That would have been awesome in 3D. Ethier's 18th, and the Dodgers down 6-2. Bottom 6 now, Matt Kemp. Rude boy, Justin Maxwell with the diving catch. We may see him on top plays. Nationals going to win at 6-3. Lannon, 3 runs, 5 hits in 6 innings. Rockies have lost 7 straight road games. They tried again for a win Friday night in Pittsburgh. Had to deal with Zach Duke. That wasn't a problem for Carlos Gonzalez. Solo shot, Gonzalez is 24th. Rockies with the early 1-0 lead. Bottom 6 now. Pedro Alvarez off Jason Hamill. Pirates even it at 3. 9th of the year for Alvarez. Top 7, newly acquired Chano Park in relief. First appearance for the Pirates. And, well, now he's a Pirate now, so he's throwing wild pitches. Troy Tulowitzki with a go-ahead single to left field on the very next pitch. Gonzalez coming around from second. And the Rockies go on to win it. And Hannigan thinks it's a good time for a 2-run home run. That's off Tom Gorzalani. Reds up 2-0. 3rd home run of the year for Hannigan. Bottom 4, Starlin Castro at the plate. Scott Rowland over at 3rd. Look at Rowland on his knees, but not surrendering. That's why they call it the hot corner, because it comes at you quick, but Rowland able to react in time for the out, helping out Bronson Arroyo, who didn't give up an earned run in his last start and didn't give up an earned run in this start either. Some help from Johnny Gomes as well. Arroyo, 7 innings, no earned runs, 7 Ks. Reds win at 3-0. 5-0 in his last 6 starts.
Never lose again, 3-0 since switching skippers. But these are Ozzy's first-place White Sox, not the struggling Angels. Top 7 tied at 1. Mark Kotze on 3rd after a triple. Alexi Ramirez.
Alexa!
Ty Wigington came to the plate. Matt Wieters with the block, and Kotze is outside. A.J. Przinsky thinks that's out. Nick Markakis. You need another scoop of Wheaties, dude. Former Hawaii Winter Leaguer, not happy. Bottom 8, still tied at 1. Corey Patterson pinch hitting. Bases loaded. Tony Pena strikes him out. We go bottom 10. Pena still pitching. 2 on, 2 out. Adam Jones. Markakis scores. The Orioles with another walk-off. They are 4-0. Played since the All-Star break. You might think that a gasket may be popping there. Top 1, Torrey Hunter pops that on Justin Verlander. A 2-out shot, is 18th of the year. 11 hits in his last 18 at-bats after that. Now top 8, Hunter up again. Angels up 4-2, 1 on, 1 out. That's a called strike, and you can see Hunter says something to home plate umpire Ron Kulpa. The next pitch, down the pipe, strike 2. Now the next pitch, strike 3, and Hunter and Kulpa have words, and well, you can't argue balls and strikes. That's just, you don't do that in baseball. You're tossed, and Hunter is tossed. And right there, Kulpa says, it looked like he says, you know, you hit me with your helmet there. You popped me. There's a lot of need for earmuffs in this exchange. Mike Scioscia came out. He got tossed as well. Torrey Hunter is just, he's a man possessed.
Cooler, the cooler, come on, the cooler.
Always blame it on the cooler. Scioscia. Yeah. Hunter had to be restrained by teammates. Boom talked about splaining to do. Lavin's jersey was retired by Atlanta. Top 9, Braves 2-1, 1 on, nobody out. Billy Wagner in to close it out for Tommy Hanson. Buster Posey, ground ball to short. Alex Gonzalez homered earlier, but he and Omar Infante not on the same page there. Both runners safe, no outs. Later in the inning, 1 out, runners at the corners, and Chipper Jones doesn't play that like a pro. Pablo Sandoval ground ball. Aubrey Huff scores, game tied. Peter Moylan walked Huff to start the 11th. Pat Burrell going to score Huff, and that's going to give the Giants an eventual 3-2 win in 11 innings.
All their injuries and problems this season, they're just 2 games behind the Braves. Hosting the Mets on Friday, Darren Daulton inducted into the Phillies Wall of Fame, honored at the game. Cito Polanco and the Phillies scoreless in 31 straight innings against the Mets. Polanco off Jonathan Neese. Raul Ibanez scores. The streak is over. Phillies up 1-0. We go to the 8th now. Phillies are down 2-1. Bobby Purnell with 2 on. Bobby Purnell on the pitch. Ben Francisco with a single. Mike Sweeney scores, and the game's tied at 2. Next batter is Carlos Ruiz. That'll bring in Jason Worth. And the Phillies up 3-2, but they weren't done. Later in the inning, still nobody out. They got the bases loaded. Pedro Feliciano not helping matters. Free pass to Ross Glode. Francisco scores. It's 4-2. Next batter is Jimmy Rollins. Is that good? Well, it ain't bad. Ruiz scores. Phillies get 6 in the 8th, and they go on to win it. John Garland on the mound for the Padres. Bottom of the 2nd. Garland facing Adam LaRoche. Advantage LaRoche. 18th of the season. Solo shot. Diamondbacks take the early lead 1-0. Still in the 2nd. Garland facing Rusty Real. Miguel Tejada. What a play.
You know what they call that?
What do they call it?
Getting Miggy with it.
Oh, I like that. Garland liked it too. Padres held Arizona to just 4 hits, their pitching staff as a whole. Daniel Hudson did his thing too, well, except for that. Home run he gave up to Will Venable, his 10th of the season. Hudson making his 2nd start for Arizona. He's pretty good. Bottom 3rd, 2 on, 2 outs. Justin Upton with a base hit off Garland. Stephen Drew comes around to score. 2-1 Diamondbacks. Top 7 now, 2 on, 2 out. Tony Gwynn Jr. facing Hudson. Padres 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and that was pretty much the story of the game. Hudson 7 2/3, 3 hits, 1 earned run. Diamondbacks hold on to win it 2-1. A guy on the road course that good because you're not going that fast. You know what I mean?
I'm sure where there's a will, there's a way. Hey, let's roll for freedom. Let's roll for truth. Top place, Buster only bobblehead night, Vermont Lake Monster Stadium. Buster only, total dude.
Number 9, soccer from England. Norwich City's Simeon Jackson goes back heel to set up Andrew Croft. He's crafty. Norwich City loses to Watford 3-2.
Market 8, dude. Rays, Jays. Lyle Overbay doubles off the wall and left. Adam Lynn trying to score. Gabe Kapler, former Hawaii Winter Leaguer, with the big arm. Lynn is out at the plate. He gets the top play, but the Rays lose the game.
Leg base in tennis. Quarterfinals. Gilles Simon charges the net, but check out David Nalbandian with a lob shot right over his head. Nalbandian wins 3-6, 6-2, 6-3.
Soulfire represented. Yankees, Red Sox. Adrian Beltre. Mark Teixeira. Oh, takes one away from the fan.
That's about it.
He gets the top play, but the Red Sox get the win in their big series.
Pull your pants up. Number 5, Diamond League meet in Stockholm. 100 meters. This won't take long. Tyson Gay shocks Usain Bolt 9.84 to Bolt's 9.97. Gay's first win over Bolt. Bolt's 2nd professional defeat. He didn't look too torn up about it, though.
I heart California. Nationals, Dodgers in L.A. Matt Kemp, no. Justin Maxwell, yes. Nationals, yes. Dodgers, no.
Number 3, I Heart California 2. Angels and Tigers, Howie Kendrick. Shallow fly ball. Brennan Bosch trying to be a spark plug.
Brennan Bosch, Santa Monica.
For his team. He's from Santa Monica?
Yeah.
What up, homie? Tigers lose, though, 4-2.
Stan, take the football. It's your passion.
Oh, all right. CFL, Saskatchewan and Montreal. Tim Maypray had a 125-yard touchdown return last month against Saskatchewan. I think that was on top place, too. I remember the jerseys. 118-yard return now. Montreal holds on to win 30-26.
I did that so I could do this. He's getting Miggy with it. Miguel Tejada. The dive and stop, the throw. He gets the top play, but the Diamondbacks got the win. 4-run 9th inning. Joe Inglet A 2-run pinch hit homer. Now this is Prince Fielder down the first base line off Matt Lindstrom. It's a 5-4 game. Then on first and second, Ricky Weeks scores. Corey Hart getting waved in. Did Juan Castro tag him? Alfonso Marquez, the home plate umpire, says, no, he didn't. And look at the Brewers. This is what's great about sports right there.
You know what Prince Fielder kind of looks like?
Who?
Ronnie Turiaf.
Oh, Ronnie Turiaf, the former member of America's team, with a few more pounds on it. Brewers win it with the walk-off. You be the judge on the call. 6-5, your final.